Hi friends. There's a lot of energy swirling about, and I'd like to take a moment to just everybody take a deep breath. Really nice cleansing breath. And just give yourself this moment in time to think about yourself and only yourself, with the understanding that by you being okay means that all your loved ones can receive the very best of you. I want to preface this by saying I am not an astrologer. I'm not going to get into the astrology aspects of what's going on right now. There are a lot of really talented people who have put out wonderful videos regarding the Saturn Jupiter conjunction, the grand conjunction, and the winter solstice. There are historic alignments happening now, which explains a lot of what I have been feeling. I am a channeler, I'm a psychic, I'm a medium. I receive my information from my divine team as well as from very talented people. So all of this comes in for me, and through my experiences, I then pass on a message to you. It is a combination of things, a combination of places that I'm pulling from. And I want to talk about 2021, what we have to look forward to, and also talk about leading up to that, and what you can do to best align yourself with the most positive future. So to start off with, I have been feeling really tender in my heart. I have been processing a lot of past pains and a lot of regrets and things like that. Now, to start off with, if you are on a spiritual path and you have been doing work, if you have been practicing spiritual practices such as meditation, chakra clearing, rituals, and things like that, you may find that you are easing into this energy. And I don't think it's easy for anyone though. And so I'm gonna, I did write some things down, and these are all my thoughts that I wrote down, but I just wanna make sure that I stay on track for this video. And for those of you who have not been to this channel, I'm Mel Bell, and I do different things here. I talk about spiritual topics. I pull cards, mainly oracle cards, and you can feel free to ask me any questions in the comment section, and I hope you stick around for this video. Okay, so starting off with pre-work, like what do we need to do right now to ease ourselves into 2021? Now, 2020 has been very challenging, but a lot of you may have found that you have received a lot of blessings and opportunities that were unexpected, and maybe you feel a little surprised at how well you have done this year. It's important to not feel guilty about that. What's coming up now for people is past pains, old memories, and regrets. Things that you wish would have went differently, whether you had control over them or not. And lots of dream activity. Your dreams have messages for you, and your dreams can be very powerful portals to self-healing and in working things out. Now, some people dream a lot, and they are fortunate to work things out in their dreams. But a lot of times you will need to consciously, while you're awake as well, do some work in processing things. Reminiscing. So these things that we're feeling right now, that are coming up, they're not coming up to reminisce. They're coming up to be released. And some of you may have done a lot of work already and are a little upset for these things to keep coming back up. But it is their fragments loosening themselves, the last bits of certain things coming up to be released. And my best advice for you moving into 2021 is start from where you are right now. Who are you as a person right now? And the past is the past. It's so hard to let go of the past, but the past acts as an anchor. It will follow you into 2021. That is what you do not want. What you want is to feel clear. You want to feel sure and certain in yourself. Be at peace with who you are right now in this moment. There are things you could have done different in the past. You didn't. Let it go. It's really time to drive that home to yourself. Let it go. Whatever it is, let it go. The clearer you are moving into 2021, the more successful you're going to be interacting with the energies that are coming through. Look forward and move forward. It is time to look forward to your life from now to 3 years from now. The things that you choose to bring into 2021 with you are going to color your experience. And so with that in mind, take the time to see what's coming up for you, what is sticking, what is painful, and sit with yourself. Give yourself the space and the time to process what you're feeling, and don't push it down. When an old memory comes up, myself, I feel the feeling to say that's the past, I'm letting it go, push it down. But clearly it's not. It's still living with me in the present if it is continuing to rise up to the surface. That means I haven't let it go. I have to work at saying, why is this still with me? And what is it trying to teach me? What is it wanting to say to me right now? And listen. Now, I know everybody leads very busy lives, and it's hard because you have to maintain your sense of peace, your energy levels, getting work done, taking care of children, taking care of loved ones, managing your stress levels. And so this can seem like something that you don't have time for. Make time, because you are important. You are worthy of that time to heal yourself, to bring yourself to another level, and to enjoy your life. And these things that need to be done are for that purpose. And pushing things down is only keeping them with you. So most importantly, for this time that we're in right now, these things are coming up for a reason. Journal writing is very helpful, and taking salt baths, working with rose quartz. So I've got rose quartz here, which I'm holding on to because, again, my heart is tender. My heart is tender right now. Self-forgiveness. The regrets might be tied into what you feel you could have done better. You hurt somebody and it lingers. It's time to let it go. It's really time to let it go. What helps me with the past is to say, I could have done better, but I'm being the best person I can be now, today. And that's the only place that I hold power, is in my now, in my today. I can't go back in the past and change anything. So all I can do to make it up to myself and make it up to anybody else is to be a better person today. And that is where your power lies, in the now moment. Meditations on the heart chakra will be very helpful right now. Self-soothing versus self-care. So eating a chocolate cake is self-soothing. That's not going to get you anywhere but a momentary pleasure. Not saying you shouldn't have chocolate cake. I'm just saying that place it in the right place. So when you're practicing self-care, you are grooming yourself. You are taking a hot bath. If you don't have a hot bath, you don't have a bathtub, you're taking a hot shower, put some essential oils in there, steam, do things, drink lots of water. I think that's a really big thing right now, is the water energy, which makes sense because water is very healing. And so drink lots of water. That will actually help you to purge emotions. As well as, drinking water helps cleanse your system, but actually will help you with your emotional state. What's in store for 2021? So what I'm seeing is massive life changes building up. It's a change that has built up over time. It is a change. You've been going through changes. You've been going through a transformation for quite a while. And this is the pinnacle. This is where it all starts to come down into the physical reality. This is when everything starts to take root, like my tree, take root into the physical world. And that is why it's so important to get yourself in the best space possible to bring down into the physical reality those things that you want. Now, the kicker or the trick there is, if you are not letting go of things, then as these manifestations, as this energy starts pouring down to give you what you want, you might find yourself kicking it away from you, swatting it away from you subconsciously because you do not feel worthy. You have not resolved some stuff, some regrets, and there's lack of self-forgiveness within yourself, and that may stop those manifestations from coming in, or they come in and then you hit all of these roadblocks, mixed blessings. You don't want that. You don't want that. This is a very special time. If you're alive right now, this is something that you have never experienced. I have never experienced. Nobody has ever experienced the kind of energy that's coming through, the transformations that are coming through right now, the Aquarian age. All of these things are historic in your life, historic for everybody on the planet. And so capitalize on the power of this moment. Right now, we have this opportunity where spiritual beings, our divine team, and if you're not accustomed to that term, divine team is basically spiritual beings, departed loved ones, ancestors, anybody that you work with, and ones that you don't realize are there for you are your divine team. The connection that we have right now to our divine team is very clean and clear. There has been in the past years a lot of negative influence that has thrown wrenches in the works as far as us being connected and understanding the messages and being safe. And so this is a new way of things happening, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be this way. Don't get caught up in the whole sunshine and flowers thought process that everything's about to flip and turn positive. That's not what's going to happen. There's going to be periods of time where we're going to see a lot of negative events. There's going to be a lot of chaos. However, right now we are being given grace. We are being given grace, and don't miss that opportunity, that period of grace, to prepare you, to get you grounded, to get you set up to be able to handle these things, and so that external events don't trigger old shit for you. It's important to work it out, work it all out. Seriously, okay? I can't drive that home any further. Changes in direction. So you might find that you might want to change your path. Maybe you want to change careers. Maybe you want to move up in your career, but you don't want to work at the job that you're at. Maybe you want to stay right where you're at your job, but you want to branch off and do some side business as well. All of these things are very promising in their energy. If you're feeling that way, this is your confirmation, your validation. Those feelings are right. It was Tarot Tuesdays yesterday, and I did readings for people on Facebook, and there was a theme, and that theme was let go. A lot of people got a lot of the same messages, and so that just confirms to me everything that I've heard, everything I felt myself. And so I feel also a sense of urgency that you don't want to miss this opportunity. There's no fear here. There's no fear here. But there are opportunities, and sometimes opportunities pass by and you miss them. Be yourself. Be yourself. Who are you? Who are you at your core, at your best? Who are you? What are your strengths? What have you accomplished? What are you good at? Get in touch with that. I feel people wanting to mimic people because they're shying away from their authentic self. So how can I want to make sure that I make that very clear. There may be the need to shape yourself as somebody that you admire because you don't feel good enough as who you are as a person. Knowing that is where the power lies, and being yourself and being brave enough to say that I am enough, I am good enough, I have something to give, I have something to offer. This is who I am, and what you bring to the table is unique. There's not one person on the planet who is you. You are the only one. And so everybody has something unique to bring to the table. Also, get clear on what you will and will not accept in your life. There are going to be people who will buck up against your boundaries. Does not mean those people have to go. But there might be a little bit of a rough patch in relationships because you are establishing new boundaries based on your growth as a person. Give them space, give them time. Be compassionate. As you go through your changes, people are going to have to just change with you. They're going to have to, like, an old friend of mine used to say, you teach people how to treat you. And if you've been allowing people to treat you a certain way, you can't be mad at them for responding to that you taught them you are, who you taught them you are. And so as you change, you might find that you start having firmer boundaries. And I say as you change, it should be as you become more of your authentic self. You may find that people are rubbed the wrong way by that. And also there is a fear there for your loved ones that feel like as you change, does that mean that they will still belong in your world? Will you still want them around? And so where you can, you know, express what's going on with you, express what you're doing, where it's safe. Not everybody is in your life may respond in the way that you need to feel supported. So first, have a conversation with yourself before you have that conversation with that person, so that you can decide, how am I going to frame this and what am I allowing as far as the opinions are concerned and things like that. Anything inauthentic about you is going to want to fall away. It's going to want to fall away. And I'm getting this now, like, for example, because a lot of our social activity has changed, and we've had this whole year to kind of subtract ourselves from a lot of social situations. And so when we come back out, we may not be the same person anymore. We might not vibe with the same people that we used to. And that's okay. That's okay, because more people will always align with you. You'll always meet new people. People that you lose touch with may come back around and you guys will reconnect later. That's okay too. Lastly, I think I just want to pull a card and see what the cards have to say. And I'm probably going to read from the guidebook because this is a new deck and I want to make sure the full message comes in. Yes, that's how I'm going to end this one, is I'm going to pull one card and I'm going to read the whole thing. This is Oracle of the Seven Energies. This is by Colette Baron Reed. And I'm just going to pull one card. And please be patient with me as I shuffle. If you have enjoyed this video so far, oh, I dropped one. It's probably the one that I have to get. That always happens. If you have enjoyed this video so far, please do like and subscribe to my channel, and share the video with people you think will benefit from it. There's nothing to fear in 2021 for yourself, but you're gonna need to have a spiritual toolbox. You're gonna need to be able to cope with social media, with the news, with the media, with events. There is going to be a lot of things trying to pull your attention away from yourself and what you need to be doing. And so, really important to get grounded into your reality and your world and what your dreams are and how you're moving forward. And don't let things get in the way of that. Don't get distracted. Don't fall into rabbit holes. If there is something for you, if there's something you need to know, you need to trust that your divine team is going to make sure you know it. And that's real. Okay, so interesting. Okay, so this is the card that fell. Beyond the Ordinary. That is a 45, which is a 9, which is a manifesting number. And this year coming up is a change year, which means that the year adds up to a number 5. Change years are very powerful times. Let's look and see what this one has to say. I'm going to read the whole thing to you guys. And doing good on time. We're going to close out this video just in a minute. Hope you stick around to get this message. Beyond the ordinary, the mystical, ineffable part of life, trusting in the invisible world without understanding it, recognizing that some things cannot be known in advance and are not meant to be grasped intellectually. The awareness that everything is as it should be, even if it doesn't make sense. Beyond our ordinary worlds defined by our memory, our intellect, and our 5 senses is a mystical realm of beauty, magic, and extraordinary potential. This is the spiritual realm, the quantum reality, called by some the great mystery. This place doesn't operate under the same laws we're used to, but rather has its own way of working that is perfect, though hard for us to understand. When you want to know what is to come, the nature of something, or where you're heading, it's natural to turn to trusted oracle and expect some kind of answer that will inform your view of how things are, might be, or should be. Sometimes this is not possible because the elements cannot be named or are not yet in place. Things may still be in flux, so you cannot know and may never be meant to know. No matter how hard you try to understand why something happened or how or when it will happen, now is the time to surrender to not knowing. The mystery is a mystery because it is at present unknowable and yet unmade. Even its potential is impossible to understand. What is waiting for you lies beyond the ordinary, but has not yet chosen its shape, its path, and the manner by which it will be delivered. Your job is to stay the course, allowing whatever comes to be exactly as it will, without trying to ascertain anything in advance. Did this card just tell me to shut up? I don't think so. This is a transitionary where we're in right now. We're in transition right now. The things that we have control of are ourselves and what we do for ourselves to make us ready for what's coming. And so that is where our power is, in the now, in the now. So there are key things that I can pick up on coming up next year, but the now is where the power is. The now is where you shape your reality. You shape your course by focusing on who you are in this moment and being your best self. In any year, simply focusing on being your best self will get you where you need to go. Being your best self requires self-care. It requires listening to your heart when it hurts. It requires understanding your consciousness when things come up to be addressed, and give yourself the moment to say what is wrong. You know, if you were talking to a friend and they seemed off or they were sad, you would want to know what's wrong, and you would let them talk to you. And sometimes you've got to be your own best friend and do that for yourself. And I think I'm going to leave it there. Okay? Brightest blessings to you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.